Alright, what's going on, Mech Warriors? It's Saturday, and it's time. It's time to see what the community picked for the best heavy mech for brand new players. I'm RJ Base. This is something that I started actually, I want to say 3 weeks ago. I started putting a calling out to other streamers and the community, and I put out a survey. I was giving links to it everywhere. It was on my Discord, on the 228 Discord. It was I was putting it on all these different streamers' Twitch channels, and some of you responded. I was basically looking for your opinions, what the community thought was the best mech for brand new pilots in each weight class. I didn't get quite as many responses as I was hoping for, but I got enough to get a pretty good idea of what the community thought. Of course, last week we went over assault mechs, and I actually disagreed with the community on that one. I thought the assault mechs that the community picked were actually too difficult for a brand new pilot. And if you didn't see that one, I'm going to post a link here. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, because after I'm done with this stream tonight, I'll be chopping it up and editing it for YouTube, so it won't be quite as long. But if you're watching on YouTube later, I'll also put a link to that video in the description, the video description. So, but yeah, last week, Assault Mechs, community picked the Mad Cat 1 as the most popular one. Gauss rifles, Gauss rifles, ER large lasers, and ER medium lasers. And I looked at that and I was like, yeah, that is a fantastic mech. It is a great mech. I always do really well with it. It is the default meta for this game when it comes to assault mechs. But is that mech with Gauss rifles, ER large lasers, and ER medium lasers, is that something that is going to be new player proof, or is that going to be too difficult for a new player? And so I disagreed with the community there. Another one the community picked was the it was the Mad Cat 2. I think it was it the B? Yeah, it was the B. Mad Cat 2B with Ultra AC10s and Ultra AC5s. And while that one was much easier to play than the Mad Cat 1, still the way that UACs have been nerfed and they jam so much, I still thought that one was even a little too complicated for a brand new player. And so I personally, I went over all the mechs. I played both of these mechs that the community picked. I recommended if you're going to do a Mad Cat, to do the Mad Cat 2-2 with SRM4s and LB20s. I also recommended for a brand new player the Marauder 2C, the standard edition, with heavy large lasers and ER medium lasers. This one's really good. It's a mobile mech. It's fast with this loadout. Does almost 80 kph. Really good for new players to help with their aiming, because lasers, one of the easiest weapons in the game to learn how to aim. So that was what I went with. But you know, to be fair to the community, though, I did demonstrate the loadouts and how each of these mechs played that the community picked and that I picked, because this was a community opinion thing that we were looking at here. So, and I am too a part of that community. So, and it's my damn stream, so I was going to show the mechs I like too. So, but we did look at the community ones. I played them, and we looked at their loadouts. So, in any case, if the mech that the community picks is different than what I would have picked, if I don't agree with the community, I'm still going to show off the community picks. I just disagreed with last week's because I just thought the two mechs that were most picked were a little too complicated for brand new players. So anyways, that brings us to today's stream. Today we're going to go over the best heavy mech for brand new players. And let's be clear, when we were discussing the assault mechs last week, I also talked about the fact that I don't think new players should step into an assault mech right out of the gate. Assault mechs are typically slower, harder to learn, and I didn't recommend that brand new players get into assault mechs. But when it comes to heavy mechs, typically with new players, I always recommend they step into heavies and mediums first. And so luckily we're covering heavies today. Heavies are probably the most popular mech in the game. Heavies and mediums, I would say. Now, of course, there are new players who, no matter what, are going to save up all their C-bills and they're going to get an assault mech, regardless of what any of us say. And many of those new players won't ever even see my videos, which is the unfortunate part. And they'll just pick whatever one that they like from lore, whichever one they think looks the coolest. And so hopefully with the videos get spread around enough, people post them up in enough places that they at least see, or at least get some good advice before they make such a big purchase. And also the reason why we covered assault mechs last week, because there are going to be new pilots that, like I just said, they're going to get an assault mech regardless. That's all they want, and so they can at least have a little bit of knowledge going into it, which assault mechs would probably work best for them, being a brand new pilot like they are. But that brings us to the heavy mechs. Heavy mechs this week, medium mechs next week, and then we'll finish off the series with light mechs. I've actually hired a little help for the light mechs too, because as my regular viewers know, and as I personally know, I am a terrible light pilot. So the 228's own Nita Pickle is going to help me with the light mechs. I'm going to get him the information first. He's going to know which light mechs the community picked, and then he's going to record some videos for me to put on stream in 2 weeks so we could see what an actual light pilot can do with the community picked light mechs. But again, what's this? Oh, and for those of you watching on YouTube, I am doing this live on stream on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/RJBase3, and I will be communicating with my Twitch chat during this video. So if you're watching it on YouTube at a later date, understand that a lot of times I'm having conversations with my Twitch chat. Cleric says he loves playing heavies, and RJ has a really good configuration. He's been playing for like 50 years. Well, since the birth of MWO. Actually, since the birth of Mech Warrior video games in general, Clerics. Not 50 years, but it was 1989 is when I played my first Mech Warrior game. Mech Warrior 1. So, not quite 50 years. Let's see, 99, 2009, 2019, almost 30 years. Yeah, almost 30 years. So, you're close. You're close, Clerics. Now, unlike last week, I completely agreed with the community this week about the heavy mech. I was watching the numbers as they were coming in. I've been crunching data for a while. It wasn't that much data, but I've been crunching data this morning. I actually fully 100% agree with the community on this one. And it's a mech that my regular viewers on my stream definitely know about. They know it's one of my favorite mechs in the game. Let's take a look at the data real quick. Let's reveal what the best heavy mech for brand new pilots is. And I'll let the numbers speak for themselves. There you go. As we can see, the Orion 2C, Sunspider, and Linebacker each got 1 vote. The Eben Jag, Rifleman, Mad Cat, that was the Mad Cat 2, I believe, Jaeger Mech, Catapult, and Mad Dog all got 2 votes. The Warhammer, I believe, got 7 votes, and then the Hellbringer with a very clear lead, got 15 votes. And I was honestly very, very happy to see that. I was very happy to see that. The Hellbringer is the community's pick for the best heavy mech for new pilots, and I completely and 100% agree. So, somebody tonight is going to win a Hellbringer. A Hellbringer Virago, no less. And if you would like to win that Virago, you're going to type in the Twitch chat, be automatically entered to win. You're going to type in hashtag Hellbringer. I had to make sure it was a hashtag and not an exclamation point, like I sometimes do. Hashtag Hellbringer. Type that into the Twitch chat, and you'll be automatically entered in to win a Hellbringer. Now, this giveaway is going to be going for the entire stream. It's going to be kind of a long one. Not too long, because I have to do all the editing afterwards. But we're going to go over all the various reasons why the Hellbringer is the best mech for new pilots, and why I fully and 100% agree with them. That the Hellbringer, as most people who watch my stream regularly know, has been my favorite mech in this game since 2015. When I first joined the 228th IBR, I got put into a faction warfare or faction play unit that we had at the time. We don't have it anymore. But at the time, in 2015, we had a unit, a subunit of the 228 that was completely dedicated to faction play, or community warfare, as we called it at the time. And I kept talking about how awesome the Hellbringer was, because back then, in a clan deck, you could bring I think you could bring almost 4 Hellbringers. I think you could put 4 Hellbringers in a drop deck. Pretty sure you could. And that's exactly what I would do. I would put 4 Hellbringers in my drop deck. And the guy who was in charge of Death from Above at the time, because that was the faction play unit, Death from Above, he hated the Hellbringer. He said it was a terrible mech and nobody should ever play it, nobody should ever use it, and I didn't care. I still brought it, and I think that's what started the initial rift between he and I. We're not going to go into those details, because that's ancient history, but I still loved my Hellbringer. And as I kept playing the game, I kept getting more Hellbringers, because I wanted different Hellbringers for different reasons in faction play. And then it got to the point where I ended up with, let's see, 3, 5, 10, 12 Hellbringers. I have 12 Hellbringers in the game. And as you can see, they are all mastered. I have 2 Viragos. I was gifted a Virago initially by PGI when the Virago first came out, when the Clan Heroes first came out. And then, not a week later, Nutty Rat was giving away one on his stream, and I won it. I actually had to go through a big deal with, not a big deal, but a little bit of an ordeal with PGI to get the second Hellbringer, because at the time you were only allowed to have 1 Hellbringer. 1 Virago, I should say. So I had to talk with somebody, I can't remember who I talked to at PGI, but they eventually just injected another one into my account. But we're going to go over today what makes the Hellbringer such a good mech for new pilots. And there are many, many reasons. First and foremost, this mech it's an omni-mech. What an omni-mech means is that you can swap out the omnipods. The omnipods store the hard points. You can swap out the legs, the torsos, the head, and the arms. You can swap them out for different ones. So unlike an Endosphere mech, or unlike a standard battle mech, which there are some in the clan side too, you can basically change what weapons you have on your mech to fit your different playstyle. For example, let's look at, I got one built right here that's a little bit different. No, it's not. Okay, so we would see it has a ballistic right arm. This is the Hellbringer B. I have the Hellbringer B right arm, which has 1 ballistic slot. Also has 2 missile slots in the B right torso. I have the A head on here with a energy hardpoint. I have the prime left torso, which includes ECM and 3 energy hardpoints. And I have the A left arm on here, which has 2 energy hardpoints. But if I was going to switch this out, go back, let's put everything stock. Look at the left arm, and we'll put the B left arm on here. And we'll put the B left torso on here. And then we'll put the B head on here. All right. With that configuration, we now have 2 ballistic, 2 missile, 1 energy. So if you were to buy the B as is, we'll strip it, strip all the equipment. If you were to buy the B as it was, these are the hard points you would have: 2 ballistic, 1 energy, 2 missile. Because it's a clan Omni Mech, it comes standard with an XL 325. You can't take it out. So you automatically get a pretty fast engine in it right from the beginning. It also comes with double heat sinks. You can't change it. You can't take the heat sinks and move them back down to singles. You can't change the armor. You can't change the structure. So while clan mechs are typically a little bit more expensive up front than their IS counterparts, the nice thing here is you don't have to buy a lot of the extra stuff that you will eventually have to get with the Innisphere mechs. You'll have to buy that light engine or XL engine. You'll have to upgrade to double heat sinks. You may have to upgrade the armor if you want something other than standard. The only upgrade you can change here is what kind of missile guidance you have. So with this particular mech here, I know some people so with this particular build, if you were to buy it stock, in fact, what is the stock loadout for this mech? I wish we could just load stock right here, but I'm gonna go to Smurfy. No extra heat sinks, so that's basically it right there, kids. Yeah, stock armor on this thing is bad. But there it is. That's how it arrives. Now, to me, if a brand new pilot were to buy a Hellbringer, and they were to say to go with the Hellbringer B because it's a standard C-build version, that to me seems like an extremely complicated build. I can't think of any experienced pilot that would bring a build like that into the game on purpose unless they were really just trying to torture themselves. So if you don't have the money to buy all the Omnipods and stuff right out of the gate, let's take a look at a build with just the weapons that you could possibly do. I'm just theory crafting here for a brand new pilot buying a Hellbringer B. And then we'll go to an LV20 maybe. Yeah, here we go. Put that there. Put that there. Put 3 tons of that on there. We'll get rid of these. And let's go back to the SRM 6s. We'll put 2 tons of that ammo on there. That up there in the head. Alright, now we can adjust the armor a little bit. So we take this back down to 5. Get all the CT armor. Take this back down to 4. We're gonna need all that torso armor. We need all of the armor. We can actually take this arm down, because what this will end up being a shield side. Bring up the legs a little bit. Oh, you know what? We still have plenty of space left here, so bring that all the way back up. Heat management's 1.87, so you don't need to add any Oh, I got an idea. We'll take this back down. Right there. There you go. There's a decent build. I like this for a new pilot. Because one thing that new pilots are always, or one thing that seems to take a while for new pilots to get is torso twisting. And with this build right here, a new pilot will learn really quick that if they don't twist their torso and use this open shield side right here, they're going to lose all of their weapons really early on. Because the Hellbringer is, while it's not an OP mech by any means, it is slightly squishy. It's a very, very good mech. It's not OP, it's a very, very good mech. But it is slightly squishy. If you don't play it right, you'll lose your torsos too quick. With this build right here, you get a good shield side. So you learn to twist. You learn to twist your torso so that you use that shield side, protect yourself, and so you can keep shooting. There's an option that a new player can do if they were to go out and buy a Hellbringer B right out of the gate, especially based off of this video. Now, this build actually would be pretty forgiving for a new player too. SRMs, LBs, it's kind of hard to miss with that. You get in semi-close, twist your torso right, and from there, I mean, you're not really gonna miss. It's a lot. Those are splat weapons. It's like this thing is gonna act like one big shotgun. It's gonna be really hard to miss. Now you might be out of range. LB20s and SRM6s don't have very good range, but you get within a good mid to short range. That's just something a new pilot could do right out of the gate. Wouldn't cost them a whole lot of money, especially if they have any of these weapons already in place. Oh, you're welcome, Shedmore. Now the way I play this mech, the way I have my B set up, something I think would actually benefit a new pilot even more. As you can see up here, I call it the brick hand. I can't claim ownership for this build. It didn't come from me. This actually came from one of my viewers from a couple of years ago by the name of Prepaid Lennon. He still actually shows up every once in a while, and he originally gave me the brick hand build for the Stormcrow because it actually works really good in the Stormcrow. At the time when he gave it to me, I was having a hard time getting into the torso twisting thing. I was also having a hard time managing heat, and there was a couple good clan mechs at the time that I was just not having a very good time with myself. I was having a hard time getting used to them. So he gave me the brick hand build. And once he gave that build to me and I started figuring it out, it became one of my favorite builds. It doesn't have the most firepower, but when it comes to training a brand new player, some of the finer skills when it comes to playing this game, the brick hand is quite possibly one of the best mechs to do that. And the reason why, there's two reasons why. The two reasons why this mech is so good for new players. Two reasons. First, just like the build we were just looking at, this is a mech where if you don't torso twist, you're going to lose all of your weapons. In this game, an experienced player knows that when they see a Hellbringer with ECM, they immediately shoot for the left torso. That's where your ECM is stored. If you lose this left torso, you lose your heavy large laser and 4 medium lasers. So then you're left running around with nothing but a head medium laser going pew pew pew. You lose all your firepower. So with this mech, you have to torso twist, and you have to use this right side of your mech for shielding. You shoot, you twist, you shield. Use the right arm, right torso. Eventually, if you do it right, the right arm and the right torso are going to disappear. They're going to get shot off. And when that happens, you also lose 4 of your heat sinks with that. Heat management on this thing with skills, using that skill tree, is 1.47. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Once you lose these 4 heat sinks though, in fact, we'll just take those 4 heat sinks off. You can see your heat management just went from 1.47 to 1.36. You start to notice that a lot faster. Let's reset it. So, two things it teaches here. It teaches you the torso twist, and it teaches you heat management. Once you lose that torso, you really have to work on your heat management. That's why I firmly believe that this brickhand build on the Hellbringer is quite possibly the best heavy mech, or if not one of the absolute best mechs in the game, period, for a brand new player. Villardibs, is that how you say that one? He said it's worse than 1.36 because you take an engine crit on that side. Actually, that's true. That's a good point. Actually, it will be worse than 1.36. What do I consider to be the de facto best beast mech? Brown Recluse, I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to answer that one tonight. I might save that for a follow-up stream after we cover lights, after we cover all of the weight classes. But when it comes to a brand new pilot, the Hellbringer, and it could be any Hellbringer, it doesn't have to be the B. The Hellbringer with the brickhand loadout, in my opinion, my personal opinion, is the absolute best mech for any pilot to get right out of the gate, because it teaches you how to aim with the lasers. It teaches you how to torso twist, because if you don't, you're fucked. And it also teaches you heat management, which if you don't get that down, you're also fucked. So, Hellbringer, brickhand loadout, best in my opinion. People will disagree with me, and that's perfectly okay. In my personal opinion, the Hellbringer brickhand is the best mech for any brand new player of the game, period. In fact, what we'll do is we'll play the brickhand. I'll play the brickhand right now, and then we'll look at the current meta for the Hellbringer. We'll take a look at that one next. We'll start with the brickhand, so we can get that on video and people can see why. Alright, we'll go with Solaris, why not? Alright. I was gonna see if I recognize anybody there, but that went by quick.
Senses online. Weapons online.
A Fat Man, do you own a Virago?
Smoke weed every day.
I'll go ahead and turn on the override towards the beginning here, because most of my Hellbringers are laser vomit.
Ready.
I have a couple that are not, but most of them are laser vomit. And when it comes to laser vomit, it's good to have your override on in the beginning. I'd rather blow myself up than die in front of the enemy while shut down. With the current learn meta that's happening right now in this game, having the ECM skilled out is a huge plus. Okay. One good trick with the Hellbringer is just do corner peeks. The Hellbringer is very good at just corner peeking.
Enemy spotter.
Notice how when I shoot, I twist my torso to the left. It's because I want them to hit the shield side. Didn't really hit much on that one, and I'm shooting from a far off distance, so pretty much just scratch and paint at this range, but not hitting much there. Debating whether I should move up.
AC-130 ready.
So, any ideas on how we're going to do this?
Fight me, bro.
My team is being very timid. They are not pushing up.
AC-130 ready.
Bad guy here.
The night gear have LIM 80 at the
Next potato.
at Hotel 8.
Enemy spotter inno. Bad guy here.
Alright.
Hold locks for LRM.
Echo, how you doing?
I think they're going to try to surround us.
They still have 3 men next to Hotel
See, I
8.
was shielded with
Try to
that,
taste my
with that
commando.
right side.
Enemy
They hit
spotter inno.
he hit nothing of importance on me. UAV, they got it. Okay.
AC
Keep
130
poking
ready.
this corner here if they're going to keep sticking their heads up there. Nobody's dead yet.
Fight me,
This guy's
bro.
getting close. Go up here and give these guys a little ECM protection. I do have all the ECM skills on it. You're down 2
AC
to 3.
130 ready. Oh geez, it's a bad guy.
Forget the Alex. He's useless.
There's a
Don't
kill.
waste time on the Alex.
Arty strike.
You what, mate?
That guy's about to die.
Just mediocre, man.
There's 2. He was CT one touch anyways.
Bad guy here. Oh geez, it's a bad guy. Another potato in sight.
I'm gonna give this guy help with Bravo over here.
Next potato. Enemy spotter inno.
Okay. Twist.
Hold locks for LR.
Shoot the Alex later.
Too much heat, you idiot.
CT crit. Cool shot
It's that
used.
annoying LR
The Alex
guy
shoot
again.
at their base.
Okay.
Right arm is getting red. Bad guy here. LRM douchebag is after you. It's blazing hot here. Right arm got ass blasted. Your internals are cooking.
Shielding,
Okay.
shielding with the
Run
right.
Alex
Right
in their
torso is
base.
destroyed.
Play LIM
Good job.
I got a
15
cooldown though.
whole match.
Your
I'm about to
CT
kill
got
myself.
Dude, I can't speak for
Heat sink
anybody,
destroyed.
everybody, but I don't understand a word that you're saying.
Okay, don't waste time on it.
You what, mate? Reactor meltdown detected.
I did lose all my heat sinks over there. I lost that torso, so
Too much heat, you idiot. He's dead. Your internals are cooking. Enemy spotter destroyed. It's coming off your pay.
there goes another heat sink,
YOLO mode engaged.
and we win. Yeah, he did say you can't understand him. Alright, so I didn't drop a single strike. 3 kills, 405 damage. Met my minimum, no strikes used. I think I spent too much time, a little bit too far away with that, but still. That's the brick hand. And you notice I still had all my weapons. I kept twisting my torso when they were shooting at me. They took off my shield side before they took off my weapons. Doesn't always work like that. There are plenty of times when you get a really good skilled pilot, knows you have ECM in that left torso, and they go for it. They try to kill it. And they do that on purpose because they want to get rid of your ECM so that their LRM boats will be more effective. But that is the Hellbringer Brickhand. Alright. So we covered the Brickhand. Now I want to remind people, especially if you're a brand new player, Hellbringers are Omni-Mechs. You can swap out the Omnipods and put whatever weapon combination you want on the mech. So the Brickhand, as you can see, I've got a couple of them. I have 2 Bs, both of them set up as a Brickhand. I know I had a Brickhand running on one of my Viragos at one point. So you can basically, depending on which Hellbringers you own, you can apply the Brickhand build to any one of them, provided you have the C-bills to purchase the Omnipods and weapons. Now, the one I want to talk about now is the de facto meta for Hellbringers. And that is 2 heavy large lasers, 4 ER medium lasers. This particular one is on the Virago, and this is quite possibly the best build for the Virago. You can do it a couple ways. But because of the quirks that the Virago comes with right out of the gate, if you keep the standard Omnipods on it and then just put 2 heavy larges, 4 ER meads, a crap ton of heat sinks, and maybe a targeting computer. You could actually remove the target computer, put another heatsink on it. It is a fantastic build. Without any skills added to it, it has energy range and energy cooldown, I want to say. Let's take a look at that. Let's look at that in the store. I know we can see the original skills. It's hard to discern the difference between the skills you add to it and the skills and the quirks it comes with. The hero, maybe it's is it down here? Yep. Okay, view in Mech Lab. Here's how the Virago comes from the start. Clan Lerm 15, Clan Lerm 20, and 2 Clan ER larges and 4 Clan ER medium lasers. And then for quirks, we can see it right here. Virago has the 30% C-bill bonus. It has a minus 10% missile cooldown, minus 10% energy heat, and plus 10% Clan ER large laser range. Just Clan ER laser range. So you're getting any ER lasers that you have on it, they're gonna, whether it's ER smalls, ER mediums, or ER larges, they're gonna have a 10% range boost. And all of your energies are gonna generate less heat, 10% less heat. So if we go back, and I go back to home. So that means with this build out right here, the de facto meta build out for a Hellbringer, without any skills added, you're gonna generate 10% less heat with the energy weapons. And with your ER medium lasers, you're gonna get 10% more range with them. Now, this is what you do if it's a Virago, the clan hero. If it's not a Virago, if it's any one of the other Hellbringers, you can still do the same build. But in this case, you use the prime left torso. Even if it's not the prime, you put the prime left torso on it, and you also add the clan ECM, because the other variants don't come with that same energy heat generation and energy range. So in that case, you can put the prime torso on any one of your other Hellbringers and add that ECM to it. Then skill out the ECM, and what you have is a mech that's a little bit safer when you're dealing with the current Lerm meta going on in the game. Whisker, how's it going, buddy? Nice fish. Look at, he's got the shark next to his name. Alright, so same meta build though. 2 heavy larges, 4 ER medium lasers. This one just has ECM, heat management, 1.37. So you add in all the heat sinks. And this one works very similar to the Brickhand in that, and it really depends on how you build it. Some people will actually build it. They'll put an ER medium over here. They'll make it more symmetrical. This, you can see the prime left torso has 2 energy slots. You could actually take out a heat sink. You could put the ER medium laser there. You could keep it all on this side. There's any different combinations that you can do to it. But because I play the Brickhand build so much, and because I've been playing it for so long, I tend to keep it like this. This way, if I lose this left torso, if they shoot the left torso out from under me, I lose the heavy large laser, the ECM, a lot of heat sinks, and 2 medium lasers, but I still have a heavy large laser and 2 medium lasers to back that up and keep shooting. Granted, I lose a lot of my heat then too, but I still have a few of my heat sinks. But typically, when I play the Hellbringer, I'm still shielding with my right torso. When they shoot off this right torso and right arm, I lose 2 heat sinks, a heavy large laser, and ER medium laser, but I still have the bulk of my firepower over here and plenty of heat sinks and ECM. It's not as powerful, but it still gets the job done. And as you can see, firepower on this one is 64, whereas if we look at the standard Brickhand, which I think is still better for training new players, it's 10. It's got a 10. The firepower is 10 points higher with the standard build over the Brickhand. Brickhand again, more for training, learning heat management, torso twisting. Once you get that down, you then step up to the dual heavy large ER mediums, because it does run a bit hotter to start with. That's where that heat management really comes into play. You learn that with the Brickhand, then you can apply it to this build here. I think it's a perfect step up for brand new players. And to show the difference, I'll play the heavy large laser. I'll play them both. I'll play the one with ECM, and then I'll play the Virago without ECM. This is actually a good map selection right here. I'm gonna go with HPG, I guess.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems are dank. 1v1 me, bro.
What is that cicada doing? What does he think he's doing?
AC 130 ready. Hold locks for LRM. Too much heat, you idiot.
I'll let it cool down a little bit. Looks like we're rotating. I don't want to
AC
get
130 ready.
my ass caught in the wind here. The potato tornado is
Enemy
strong on
sponsor
Saturdays. He was a U.S. Army captain in the 60s. Father was a U.S. Army captain in the 70s. He's like a lieutenant in the 60s, I think. Up here next to this Jaeger.
Bad guy here. Fight me, bro.
Cougar's got a bad left.
Enemy
Guys,
spotter
stop
inbound.
rotating.
Roger that.
These ramps right here from Echo 5 to Delta 6. Occupy these ramps.
Kilo in our back. Not Gia, whatever.
Roger that. Hold
Charlie
it
5. Charlie 5.
1v1 me, bro.
He's alone. Let's kill him. Kilo.
Indian Mauler's up
It's
top.
blazing
He's in the
hot
open.
here.
Alright. Now let it cool down a little bit.
Reactor meltdown detected. Your internals are cooking.
Nice.
Use my cool shot.
Fight me, bro.
Gonna just use the large lasers and... Oop, here we
Right
go.
arm is getting wrecked. Too much heat, you idiot.
On golf.
Bad guy here.
Guess we have to
I
help
saw
our guys
you.
on top.
Reactor meltdown detected.
Enemy spotter inno.
Too much heat, you idiot.
Oh, in trouble here.
Right arm got arse blasted.
Yeah, you can have the right arm. It's because they kept rotating. Why do they do this?
Reactor meltdown detected. AC 130 inbound.
Shouldn't be going to the basement, but... Ooh, look at this guy.
Next potato.
This guy thinks he's sneaky.
Too much heat, you idiot.
Oh, what? Ammo
AC
explosion?
130
Bad
ready.
guy here.
That had to be an ammo
torso
explosion.
destroyed OGs. Left arm got acid.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Laser.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Left torso is getting wrecked. Heat sink destroyed. It's coming off your pay. Right torso
I
is
was hoping
getting
I was gonna
wrecked.
get a free kill on you too.
AC 130 ready.
Ah, there we go. But those heavy, large lasers. 480. Didn't play that game nearly as well. But still, those heavy, large
Tactical
lasers.
nuke ready.
That's why it's the meta. On a Hellbringer, that's why it's meta. Even if you play a crappy game,
Enemy
you'll
spotter
still end
inbound.
up doing good. And by good, I mean I'm at my minimum damage score of 400. Alright, so what we just looked at there was the dual heavy large with 4 ER mediums on a non-Virago mech. So what we'll look at now is the Virago. Same weapon loadout, no ECM though. I think this mech does better because of the energy, heat generation, and ER medium laser range. However, with the meta being shifted to LRMs and missile-based weapons, it can be pretty bad if you get caught out alone with no ECM, and the enemy team is just full of LRM mechs. It can be pretty bad, especially on a map like Polar Highlands. Let's play the Virago, heavy large lasers, ER med. Same weapon loadout as the previous one, but better heat generation, better range with the ER mediums, no ECM. Alright, this time we'll go for Mining Collective. Domination. Somebody look and see if West is in the
Reactor online.
Twitch chat. I bet he is.
Sensors online. Weapons online.
Smoke weed every day.
You
Scratch and
what, mate?
paint at this range.
Next victim.
He's gonna be dealing with the guy over there. Thought he was gonna be dealing with him. And now this guy is just gonna block all my shit.
Enemy spotter inno.
Oh, yes. Oh, why you do this?
He's dead. It's blazing hot here. AC
Forgot my
130
override.
ready. Yellow mode engaged.
A lot of people all gathered up over here.
Oh geez, it's a bad guy. Another potato in sight.
That Vindicator,
Bad guy here.
he's gonna die soon.
Right arm
Oh,
is
he's
getting red.
lucky I didn't just kill him there.
Next potato.
Cyrus has got weak legs. Oh, hi.
AC
Hell, I've been
130
stuck in the damn center. By the time they took out those other guys, I was pretty much fucked.
You what, mate?
Sounds like you're crying about it. Like literally, that's what it sounds like in your microphone.
AC-130 ready. Another potato in sight.
What? Oh, really?
AC-130 inbound.
Uh-oh.
Griffin eliminated. Left arm is getting wrecked. Right arm got arse blasted. Left torso is getting wrecked. Next victim.
Oh, how did he not die?
Enemy spotter inno.
Oh geez, it's a bad guy. Right torso is getting
I think we
wrecked.
lost this one.
LRM douchebag is after you. Right torso is destroyed. Good job. Writ large laser. Your CT got wrecked.
Yeah. West got me. But still, the damage numbers are there. They don't lie. This is the Virago with 2 heavy large, 4-year means one of my favorite mechs.
Left arm is getting wrecked. Left arm
Hellbringer is
got
one of my
ass
favorite mechs to
blasted.
begin with.
Left
The
torso
Virago with that
getting
build
wrecked.
is just awesome. Alright. So, going back to the new pilots. Brand new pilot, wondering which mech to get for his very first mech. And he is lucky enough to see one of my amazing YouTube videos. YouTube.com/C/RJBase, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Sorry, shameless plug. And when you do this, as a new pilot, when you step into a Hellbringer as your very first mech, like I was saying earlier, you can do so much with this mech. The brickhand build, the dual heavy large laser build, and then you can also do dual peeps. Now, this is actually not the proper dual peep build. I'm not sure what I did with this one. This one should actually have ECM on it. Then Target Computer 5. There we go. Now, right now, there are people quite possibly watching this stream right now who are cringing. They're cringing. Why would you put dual peeps on a Hellbringer? Hear me out. When it comes to a dual ERPPC mech, there are certainly other mechs in the game that do it way better than the Hellbringer. The Summoner clearly comes to mind. But let's just say we're talking about a brand new player doing the free-to-play game only. They're not putting money into MC. They're not buying mech packs. Free-to-play only. So all they're doing really is earning C-bills and getting a little bit of MC here and there during special events. Let's say that player has a Hellbringer, maybe 2 Hellbringers, and they've spent all the C-bills. They got them completely kitted out. They're completely skilled up. They don't have a lot of C-bills, but they're ready to do something a little bit different. The Hellbringer with ECM and dual peeps can help train that new player who's already gotten used to the laser vomit meta and the proper way how to play dual ERPPCs. It gives you a different variation, a new thing that you can do with the same mech. And while it's not as good as a summoner or a linebacker or whatever, there's a K2, you name it. There's plenty of there's good 4 or 5 other mechs out there that do dual peeps better than a Hellbringer. But dual peeps on a Hellbringer is still not bad because of this, the ECM. The first time this mech was told to me, I laughed. I'm like, no, you don't do dual peeps on a Hellbringer. And he's like, no, watch. And it was a guy I very much trusted and respected in the 228. He was the one that told me about it, and I tried it out, and I actually had a little bit of fun with it. It I wasn't doing as well with it as I was doing with the summoner or a linebacker or a huntsman, but it wasn't bad. So if it's a new pilot, new pilot's played through the brick hand, the new pilot's played through the dual large laser build and is wanting to do something different, boom, there it is, dual peeps. It's not awesome, but it doesn't suck either. That's the only reason why we got into that. All right, another build that I want to show you guys. And I'll explain the reasoning why. Is this one. This is the ER medium laser build. Built similar to the brick hand or the heavy large laser build, but it's all ER medium lasers. These are not variants of the Hellbringer that I use very often. In fact, the only time I use this build is pretty much in faction play. Heat management is 1.54. It's decent heat management. It's not awesome, but it's decent. And in faction play, on one of those extremely hot maps, it really comes in handy. So, this is 2 in the arm, 3 in the left torso, 1 in the head, 1 in the right torso. Heat management 1.54, and on a hot map, especially that map with the blue sun and an invasion, what I do is I typically break these down into groups of 3, so I'm not setting off the ghost heat, and I'll fire 3 of them at a time. And if I do that, if I fire 3 ER medium lasers at a time, I can typically fire for a very long time before I start really having to worry about overheating, whereas other mechs on that map typically overheat all the time. In fact, I love getting that map with one of these medium laser Hellbringer builds, because if I watch my heat closely, I'll sit there and fire lasers the whole time while other mechs are overheating and shutting down in front of me. It's a lot of fun. I love it. All right, actually, I think it would only be fair if I really tried out the actual mech. This is the B. This is the B that I just bought. We're gonna kit this out with ER large lasers. I'm gonna change the name of it. We're gonna call it ER large laser. I'm gonna spend the C-bills, and we're gonna put the prime left torso on there. I might even have, nope, I need to buy that one. And then we're gonna put the, nope, prime left torso. Go on there. Okay. And I'm gonna put the A head on there. And then we're gonna look at weapons, ER large laser, ER large laser, ER large laser, and an ER large laser. Equipment. Let's get the ECM. Target computer, MK2, and then we'll put those on there. Alright, great. Well, sound effects are turned off for this stream because this is going to be going on YouTube. Let's adjust the armor before I get too deep into it here. This is a build that I've never tried before, but it was just recommended to me. So I'm going to give it a shot. Take that out. Need 16 more there. Heat manager's 1.27. take these down to 1. Get that up a little bit more. Now put the legs at 58. Here we go. All right. There's the skill tree as I planned it there. If you're gonna be sniping with it, I don't think you need to invest all in on the survival tree because you're gonna be at range with ECM, but still it's a Hellbringer. You're gonna want some armor and skeletal density. Mobility. Always nice to have a little bit of speed tweak. Operations, I only put a little bit into this, and then obviously you have to get, if you're gonna run ECM, you have to get both the ECM skill nodes because PGI has nerfed ECM into the ground. Dual strikes because, well, it's dual strikes. That kind of speaks for itself. Let's add the skill points. Make sure the loadout is good. Now, okay, I gotta save that. You have to add the consumables. No. Cool shot on there. Where the hell are... See, I'm just gonna shoot something. Oh, okay.
Idiot.
Gotta fix that. Let that heat go down. Didn't mean the alpha. Forgot about the weapons groups. Yeah, ghost heat. Alright. There's 2. There's the other 2. It does go up pretty quick. That's kind of a warm mech, isn't it?
It's blazing hot here.
That's skilled, too. That's skilled. I mean, it's dropping pretty fast, but that gets pretty hot. Oh, I see a bad guy. That's why you don't run cooldowns on ER large laser. You run cooldowns. You run cooldown on ER large laser. You put cooldowns on because it actually causes the weapons to cool down faster, regardless of what weapon it is, Bumbleclaw. Cooldowns are universal across all weapons. Oh, okay. He's smoking.
Reactor meltdown detected.
And here you're just riding the heat.
Too much heat, you idiot.
You let it get to the point where the warning goes
It's
away,
blazing
you can
hot here.
fire the 2 almost. Of course, you wouldn't be sitting still like this, and then he's dead. So, yeah. I mean, range, max effective range is 851 meters, which means you can get out there till 1700 meters to scratch paint. You know, you're just scratching paint at 1700 meters, but for inexperienced players, that can cause them to duck and stop shooting if they feel that they're even taking the slightest bit of damage. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's a mech. I could think of other ER large laser mechs I would rather play than this one. But for a new player, it's the same thing with PPCs too. I feel the same way about the ER PPC Hellbringer. You got the Summoner, the Linebacker, the Huntsman, the K2. You got these other mechs that just do ERPPCs better. The Summoner obviously being the big one there. The Warhawk even. Warhawk 4 ERPPCs. I actually have a lot of fun with that mech. The Hellbringer is not the best ERPPC mech, but for new players, for brand new players who are doing the free-to-play only game mode, these are viable options that you could switch to once you get tired of the brick hand and the dual heavy large. You can switch to quad ER larges or dual or even triple ERPPCs, as the guys in my Twitch chat were saying. That's the thing about the Hellbringer. You have options. You can put LERMs on it. You can put SRMs on it. You can put LBXs on it. You can swap out those Omnipods and you can build whatever mech that you feel you want to play. That's the beautiful thing about the Hellbringer. It's why the Hellbringer is the best mech, the best heavy mech for new pilots in this game. There's so much you can do with it. It's not OP, but it's still a very, very good mech. Very versatile. You can do so many different things with it. It'll teach you how to torso twist. It'll teach you your heat management. I can't speak highly enough about this mech. And it is purty. Melted Snow Girl is right. I mean, let's just take a look at it one more time. I want to take I'm gonna show you guys one of this is the one I just put together in the 228 parade colors, but look at this. I even painted it. I put a little bit of black on here. Look at how beautiful this mech is. This is one of the nicest mechs that PG has designed in the last year. This thing is gorgeous. That is just, in fact, we're going to even do this. We're going to go down here. Look at this thing. That is just a gorgeous mech. It's just gorgeous, baby. It's gorgeous. Get you someone who looks at you like RJ looks at the Virago. Your future ex-wife is a Virago. Yeah, so there it is, boys and girls. The Virago. The Hellbringer in general. And speaking of the Virago, somebody is going to win one. Hashtag Hellbringer in the Twitch chat, if you haven't done it already, for your chance to win a Hellbringer Virago. Cyclone. That's what the community said as well. I am biased. I'm absolutely 100% biased towards the Hellbringer because it's my absolute favorite mech. I now own 13 of them, but even the community overwhelmingly said the Hellbringer. The community spoke. I didn't vote my own survey. Only the community did. And look at how the community went. So, I'm just saying. You thought I loved the Sun Spider more? Yeah, Linebacker's a good mech too. I have fun with the Linebacker. A lot of people also voted for the Warhammer. I think if you're a lore head and you're only going to play IS, the Warhammer probably is the best heavy mech you can get as a new pilot if you're strictly just doing Inner stuff. But if Clan, Inner if that doesn't make a difference to you and you just want to earn C-bills and wreck shit as a brand new pilot, the Hellbringer, best heavy mech you can get. If you I don't need any more Sun Spiders, Invictus. Now, when it comes to the Warhammer and the Hellbringer, definitely my strong recommendation, as is the community's, is that you get the Hellbringer over the Warhammer. If you get a Warhammer, you're very limited into what that one Warhammer can do, and you'll end up spending twice, if not 3 times as much money to do more so you can get more Warhammers and put all the extra stuff on it. The Hellbringer, as I just showed you, Omni-Mech, You swap out the Omnipods and you build something totally different with it. The Hellbringer is leaps and bounds ahead of the Warhammer. I'm just saying, the Warhammer's a good mech if you're only doing IS mechs. If you somehow think that that actually still matters in this game, which it doesn't. If you're doing the Innersphere clan thing and you only do Innersphere, then yeah, get a Warhammer. But I got no alerts. Yeah, I did. Cyclone Jack, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. And Natuku, thank you for the follow.
Hey there, sexy. What can I get for you?
That's Violent Blue with the voiceover there, by the way. Violent Blue Mech. Cyclone Jack, though, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. All right. Hashtag Hellbringer. I'm going to be ending this stream here real soon. And so we're going to be doing the giveaway. We're going to be doing the giveaway. And I'm going to edit the stream. Or I'm going to stop the stream and start editing in Adobe Premiere so I can get it to YouTube real quick. All right, we have 21 people registered to win the Hellbringer Virago. Last chance to enter. I'll scroll through the names here so you can see if you are on the list. All right, I'm going to pause the music. As that music fades, someone's going to win a mech. Whoa, hold up. It wasn't Vlad. Wrong one. There we go. Jumped the gun a little early there. If Vlad wins, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. He won that ultimate pack on Wednesday. Alright, here we go. The Virago winner is Bumbaclot MWO. How about that? Bumbaclot. Is he still here though? He has to claim it. Yeah, he is. Alright, Bumbaclot. Congratulations. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will see you all maybe later tonight. If not tonight, Monday night. Peace, everybody.